Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. One of my biggest pet peeves is having a small patch of grass and having to maintain it. Now, to make matters worse, if you have a townhouse like this, often you have to pull the lawnmower through the townhouse or around just to cut this little bit, not to mention the investment in the lawnmower. Now, when you got grass like this and it's right close to the sidewalk, you've got salt in the wintertime that damages it, you've got pets that damage it, and then you've got weeds that grow into it. It looks terrible, and it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of maintenance that a lot of us can do without. The more maintenance-free you can make a property and the more beautiful you can keep it looking, the better as far as I'm concerned. There's a company I work with, Design Turf. They rip all this out, they put a product in that has no maintenance. It's an artificial grass. That's what I'm doing here. When you look at how far this has come along, it's got thatch inside, it looks as real as this stuff. It's got a nice screed backing here. There's going to be a screening that goes down. This goes on top, water drains through it beautifully. Looks amazing all year long. They've taken the old grass out. It's all gone, hauled away. Now, they've lowered the level. They've put a leveling layer here, this screening. They've compacted it. Now it's time to put the grass in. That's the next phase. As we're putting the panels in, you can see they're cutting the turf here and installing them. There's a few things to note. Number one, the turf is held in place on top of the screening with staples. This goes in between the fibers. Once it's hammered in and the fibers go back down, you don't see it. Secondly, when it comes to seam, it's important to hide them well. They use this tape here. It's similar to tape that we use, flashing tape in roofing. It goes on the underside, sticks to the vinyl, and holds the seam together. They staple it in, and once that seam is stapled, it doesn't move and you can't see it. Last thing, an important element I think, is this performance fill that they spread over the entire turf when it's done. It goes between the fibers and helps hold the fibers upwards. Secondly, it holds the turf in place, prevents it from buckling and rippling. Lastly, and most importantly, I think, it's got a microban feature, which is an antimicrobial, prevents the growth of bacteria, and also helps eliminate the odors of pet urine. The installation is done and it looks fantastic. This looks like real grass with no maintenance, no cutting, no trimming, no edging, nothing to do. It's going to look this beautiful 365 days a year. Now, a few things that I didn't mention about the Design Turf product. When you look at the weave on the back, the weave is very tight. It's not so tight that it doesn't let the water through. The water drains through it really nicely and easily, but it's tight enough that weeds will not germinate underneath and come through the top. Sometimes with some products, when they fill the top with silica sand, they use a silica sand fill. Silica sand will allow weeds to germinate from the top. The fill that we used with microban will not allow for that. So not only will it look clean and beautiful, no weeds will grow on it. It's a small space, and I think it was money definitely well spent for this area. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Now, if you haven't already done so, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and also make sure that you hit the post notification button. That way you can keep up to all my upcoming content.